Methods to orient life according to the Buddhist perspective, 12 questions and answers. Welcome, respected audience, to this Buddhist audio. In this video, I will share 12 questions about life, and I will answer those 12 questions from my Buddhist perspective, to help us explore and understand life more clearly through the lens of Buddhism. We hope that through this video, you will find more inspiration and contemplation about life and broaden your worldview. Below are my questions and answers to those 12 questions. Being born into this world, what beneficial things have I accomplished for humanity? According to Buddhism, one of the most beneficial accomplishments is practicing the Buddha's teachings, as that is a way to liberate oneself from suffering and help other beings. Practicing the Buddha's teachings is not only about inner cultivation, but also about outward action, doing good, beneficial, and meaningful things for society, such as education, charity, environmental protection, etc. Thus, practicing the Buddha's teachings is a way to realize one's potential, contribute to human development, and attain peace and enlightenment. Have I wholeheartedly and diligently reciprocated the kindness of my teachers, parents? According to Buddhism, one way to repay the kindness of teachers and parents is to follow their teachings, as that demonstrates respect, gratitude, and honor for them. Following their teachings is not just about listening, but about understanding, actualizing, and applying their teachings in life to attain harmony, happiness, and success. Thus, following their teachings preserves and promotes their tradition, heritage, and spirit. How much of the interdependent nutrition of favorable conditions have I received from the world? How much have I reciprocated? According to Buddhism, one way to reciprocate the interdependent nutrition of favorable conditions from the world is through gratitude and repayment, as that demonstrates appreciation, respect, and reciprocation. Gratitude and repayment is not just about saying thank you, but about actualizing thankfulness, reciprocating the good things others have done by doing good for others, thus creating a chain of compassion, kindness, and peace. Hence, being grateful and repaying kindness sustains and develops the interdependent nutrition of favorable conditions. Do I owe anything to my teachers, relatives, friends, society, etc.? According to Buddhism, one way to repay one's teachers, relatives, friends, society, etc. is through assistance and sharing, as that shows care, affection, and help. Assistance and sharing is not just about material support, but also emotional support, encouraging, comforting, advising, guiding others when needed to help them overcome difficulties, sorrows, and life's trials. Hence, assistance and sharing creates strong, intimate, and supportive relationships. As the world provides me with food, clothes, shelter, supplies, medicine, education, etc., how should I reciprocate? According to Buddhism, one way to reciprocate the world's provisions is through wise and moderate use, as that demonstrates gratitude, cherishing, and protection. Wise and moderate use is not just about using things for the right purposes, in the right amounts, and at the right times, but also using things selectively, systematically, and controlledly to avoid waste, loss, and harm. Thus, wise and moderate use contributes to the prosperity and sustainability of the world. Can I fully comprehend the original nature, causes, and conditions of my own manifestation, where I came from when I was born and where I will go when I leave this world? And with what aspirations and achievements will I depart? According to Buddhism, one way to fully comprehend one's own root nature and causes is through contemplation on rebirth, as that elucidates that one's birth and death are created by one's own karma, not arranged by some external entity. Contemplating rebirth is not just remembering past lives, but also seeing future lives, knowing where one will be reborn, in what state, conditions, and destiny based on one's karma in this life. Hence, contemplating rebirth finds the reasons and solutions for the suffering, joys, and changes in life. Have I ever calmly observed and accurately counted how many times a day I drift, sink and leap in the realms of heavens, hells, hungry ghosts and animals? According to Buddhism, one way to observe one's inner world and count one's daily drifting in different realms is through meditation, as that purifies the mind, eliminates delusions and ignorance to realize the true nature of things. Meditation here includes not just sitting still, but observing, recognizing and accepting one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to know which state one is in and what needs to be done to be liberated. Hence, meditation regulates and balances the mind to avoid getting caught in endless rebirths. Can I closely oversee myself facing the infectious diseases of greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, doubt, wrong views, etc. on a daily basis? How do I resolve and treat them? According to Buddhism, one way to oversee and resolve daily mental afflictions is through upholding the 8 precepts, which is a practice for lay Buddhists to observe 8 precepts for a day and night, 24 hours, to restrain the mind and prevent wrongdoings. 1. No killing. 2. No stealing. 3. No sexual misconduct. 4. No lying. 5. No intoxicants. 6. No cosmetics, music or dance. 7. No luxurious beds. 8. No eating after noon. Upholding the 8 precepts ensures a pure body and mind, prevents misdeeds, and creates merits. However, this practice depends on one's capacity. If too difficult, do as much as possible, gradually building up one's ability. The key is protecting oneself and others, nurturing compassion and peace. Do I live daily with an awakened mindful awareness of my 3 karmas, actions of body, speech and mind? What do I become aware of each time? According to Buddhism, one way to live mindfully aware of one's 3 karmas is through Buddha remembrance, as that recalls the presence and blessings of the awakened one to avoid going astray. Remembrance here includes emulating the Buddha's qualities of compassion, wisdom and enlightenment. Hence, Buddha remembrance sustains and strengthens one's awakened awareness to recognize one's mistakes and imperfections and improve accordingly. Amidst the currents of mundane life, what should we do to attain an untroubled pleasant life? According to Buddhism, one way to attain an untroubled pleasant life amidst worldly currents is through practicing the 4 noble truths: suffering, its origin, its cessation, and the path out of it. This means fully understanding and accepting the pervasiveness of dissatisfaction and anguish in life, recognizing and abandoning craving as the origin of suffering, realizing and entering the cessation of suffering by relinquishing craving, and following and cultivating the 8-fold path as the way out of suffering. Hence, practicing the 4 noble truths allows one to transcend life's vicissitudes and attain liberation. How should I respond in order to eradicate afflictions, dispel ignorance and uncover my true mind? According to Buddhism, one way to eradicate afflictions, dispel ignorance and uncover one's true mind is through practicing the noble 8-fold path: right view, right resolve, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditation. This means having proper perspectives of the Buddha's teachings, wholesome attitudes and sincerity, harmonious and responsible speech/action, lawful and beneficial livelihood, diligent efforts, self-observation, and profound meditation. Thus, practicing the 8-fold path overcomes karmic obstructions to realize the ultimate truth and liberation. What plans and arrangements should I make for this life and the next? According to Buddhism, one way to plan and prepare for this life and future lives is through cultivating the 4 immeasurables: loving kindness, compassion, empathetic joy, and equanimity. This means developing one's highest virtues of having kindness for those suffering, joy for those prospering, encouraging others' virtues, and impartiality for all. Hence, practicing the 4 immeasurables nurtures one's spiritual provisions for a blissful life now and beyond. These are my answers to the 12 questions based on my knowledge of Buddhist teachings. I hope they have shed light on life orientation from the Buddhist perspective for you to apply in life. However, this is not meant as the only approach. Overemphasis on forms contradicts the liberative spirit of the Dharma. For beginners, excessive austerity can be demotivating. The path ultimately relies on self-effort, self-awakening, and diligent practice. Thank you for listening. May you have peace of mind.